Welcome to the third stop in the national broadcast of the route reveal of the Great American Rail Trail here in Three Forks, Montana. Yeah. Got a lively crowd here in Three Forks, Montana on the Headwaters trail system. They are incredibly excited to have this trail coming through town and through Montana. We were eager to hold this event here in Montana. It holds a special place for this project. When we were starting out, we knew it would be pretty difficult to get through the Mountain West, and we visited out here, had a lot of meetings with people, had a lot of conversations, drove around, and the excitement was palpable, and we knew it was time to come through the Mountain West. So a major thank you to Montana for its commitment to outdoor recreation and to trails, and major thank you to the city of Three Forks for hosting us here in Montana. They created the exceptional Headwaters trail system, which is one of our gateway trails. We've got this sign here for you. We're going to have Gene put up on your trail that is the gateway trail, so I'll give that to Gene. This is a good marker for you guys to have here. Another thanks to the Gallatin Valley Land Trust for co-hosting this event with us here today. And to everyone in this crowd who has helped us get to this point, where a trail across Montana is a reality. It's an inevitability, and it's a necessity. I want to thank you guys for all of that. You've done the hard work in building trails and maintaining trails, so give yourselves a huge round of applause for that. So I want to introduce Gene Townsend, City Council member here at the City of Three Forks. He has been instrumental in making the Headwaters Trail system happen. Please give him a warm welcome.
Thank you, Kevin, and the Rails to Trail Conservancy, and thank all of you who came out to this event today. Being chosen as one of the Great Way trails of the Great American Rail Trail is a great honor for the Headwaters Trail System and the city of Three Forks. The Headwaters Trail System started in 1997. Our goal at that time was a community trail that would loop around the Three Forks ponds. To us locals, that was the pits. However, the trail system grew steadily and in many directions as residents requested more trails. During the Lewis and Clark Bicentennial in 2005 and 6, the Headwaters Trail System partnered with Missouri River Headwaters State Park, Recreation Trails Program, and Gallatin County. After the completion of 2 pedestrian bridges and another 5 miles of trail, the city of Three Forks and the Missouri River Headwaters Park were connected. We saw an immediate increase in trail users. Three Forks was founded by the Milwaukee Railroad and has a rich railroad history. I believe that it is fitting that our town will be part of the Great American Rail Trail. We all know that this ambitious plan for a nationwide connecting trail system may take several years, but the Great American Rail Trail is already over 50% completed. My hope for the vision of the Great American Rail Trail by the Rails to Trails Conservancy will be the spark to light a fire under all of us to see this trail completed. In closing, I would again like to thank everyone for attending this event. The Headwaters Trail System wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the generosity of the Three Forks community. You folks made this happen. Thank you very much. Our next speaker is Penelope Pierce, Executive Director of the Gallatin Valley Land Trust. Please welcome Penelope to Three Forks, and thank you.
Hi, everybody. I've always wanted to be on the back of a train. This is so exciting. I feel like Teddy Roosevelt. Thank you all for being here. I'm Penelope Pierce and Gallatin Valley Land Trust. And at GVLT, we really believe that by building trails, you build community. And that's true, and hopefully we're going to have community all over the state and all over the country, and we're really excited to be a part of it. GVLT is almost 30 years old, and since the time of our inception, almost 30 years ago, we've been working on the Main Street to the Mountains trail system. And the goal of our founder was to have people have the ability to walk from Main Street to the Bridgers to the north and the Gallatins to the south, all on a trail. 29 years later, we finally closed that gap. We were so excited about that. That happened last year, so once the Path to the M is completed this summer, you will be able to walk from the M and the Bridgers all the way down to the Gallatins, which is a really wonderful thing. And so our motto really is, and I think it's the motto of Rails to Trails, is, in the words of Winston Churchill, never, ever, ever, ever give up. And I want to thank Kevin with the Rails to Trails Conservancy and Gene Townsend. He's one of my heroes for all the work that they do. It takes a village to make these trails possible, and we are so thrilled to be able to tie our Main Street to the Mountains trail system into what we consider sort of Main Street to Main Street, to connect all of us to one another. As I said, by building trails, we build community, and we also think trails connect people to the land and the landscape, and what could be better than that? So again, we're excited. It takes everyone who's here, all the people who've never given up on trails, or the organizations that push them to make this happen. So thank you all. This is such a day of celebration. It's great to see you all. I will be quiet. And I now get to introduce my new friend and the chairman of the Montana Trails Coalition, Mr. Bob Walker.
Hi, everybody. A lot of good friends. The Montana Trails Coalition, we formed about 2 years ago with two can you hear me now? With two objectives. One was to find common ground. And when I say common ground, our group ranges from the Montana Trail Vehicle Riders Association to the Montana Wilderness Association. And we're working together, 13 groups statewide and regional. The idea of this cross-country trail, Kevin mentioned 25 years. I remember Marianne Fowler, who's been with the Rails to Trails Conservancy for a long time, talking about her dream to have a cross-country rail trail. Well, guess what? It's no longer a dream. It's going to happen. The trail is going to have a lot of benefits, and obviously recreation, transportation, natural resource protection, health and wellness. But I want to talk about economic benefits a little bit. Our state parks, just like Headwaters State Park nearby, our Headwaters State Park visitation has increased by 33% in the last 5 years. People are getting out, and they'll come to this trail when it's on the ground. The other thing is the economic impact statewide. Right now, outdoor recreation, the economic benefit is $7.1 billion. It's at the top of the food chain in Montana with agriculture. Another benefit is connecting communities, and when we talk about that, usually we talk about, connecting Livingston to Bozeman, to Three Forks, to Butte, and to Missoula, and the Pacific Ocean eventually. But just like our Montana Trails Coalition, it's connecting communities of people. You'll see on this trail, you probably may see it right now here at Three Forks, hikers, bicyclers, cross-country skiers, bird watchers, horseback riders, teachers, environmental education classes, and in portions of this trail to the west, even some motorized recreation. The other thing is connecting people would be grandparents to their children, and their children, and future generations. This trail will reach way into the future to people who follow. I want to mention real quickly, we stood in the governor's office just yesterday, a bunch of us. He signed Senate Bill 24, which will bring an additional $940,000 a year to Trails and Recreation Grant Program, an additional $900,000 for state parks, and additional just about $200,000 for fishing access sites and the recreation that happens there. The future's bright here in Montana. I can't wait to see people from all over the world come to Montana on this rail trail and enjoy the last best place. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bob. Thanks, Penelope. Thanks, Gene. Thank you all for being out here on this beautiful Montana day. We're going to keep the party going here in Three Forks with the barbecue. We're going to hang out for a while. Great American Restaurants coming through here. Back to you in Columbus, Ohio. Yeah. Oh, let's cheers to the crowd first here, though. It's a lively bunch here. Yeah.